make sure. So yes, so I think I'm back, and we're going to continue on to see where we last left off. I didn't check my hard drive space because I really should have enough. That really should not be a problem. Anyway, it was like one of those folks that was saying that the thing about Twitch streaming is that it's super authentic because you are who you really are, because you can't be a persona that long over that length of a time. And I just don't think that's necessarily true. I think people are able to. I mean, what you're going to see is a form of a person, who that person really is, but there's a big difference between being on and not being on. People, people moderate themselves. What are all these people doing here? So, yeah. Yeah, I've met a few people that I initially met and got to know online through social media and stuff, but was different from when, I assume you're going to say from when you met them in person. Yeah, and had dinner with them. Yeah, totally. And, like, it's not necessarily going to be bad, but it's just not the same, you know? And I think that sort of then to imagine that, like, I don't know, this person's your best buddy. That's, like, nervous-making. Let's see, I don't know if oh yeah, I've spotted all the shards. I think the problem was, I'm imagining, the problem is that I was saving too frequently because I was getting nervous. As I was saying, I think people give off a hyper-real version of themselves. As a gray A, this becomes complicated. Ooh, tell me more about that, because I feel like what you're saying, what you're saying about the hyper-real version of themselves, that feels very accurate to me, in the sense that I don't know if you're streaming long-term, if you can end up being somebody who you're really not at all, but I think that this idea of a hyper-real version of yourself, that feels like terminology that sounds right. That sounds like I'm liking that phrase that you're saying. So how as a gray A does it become complicated for you, Cher? I will. I think Twitch is a little more than something like YouTube, but there is still an element of having a persona when streaming. That is certainly true. And also, I mean, yeah, right? Like people have persona, and also, I mean, there's just certain things. Like, for example, I am not going to talk smack about my boss, right? Like, I'm not going to complain about my boss being a jerk with his name, and there are certain things I'm just not going to say here on stream that if you were a really good friend of mine, I might tell you. But there are just certain things that I wouldn't do right in that context. Let's disrupt this rift. And let's hope that I can do it. Oh, I did. People. And, like, if I'm sick, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm... Ooh, hi. If I'm sick, if I have, like, a cold, I will not act the same way. I mean, yeah. Like, if I'm streaming and I have a cold, I'm going to... in the same way, actually, that if I'm teaching. Right? Like, if... a lot of gray A's fall for personality, and becoming bombarded with the personality can create a false attraction. Oh. Interesting. Let's close this Fade Rift. Although, I imagine it wouldn't just be a gray A problem. I think a lot of people, gray A or not, fall for personality and will sort of get a sense of, a false sense of attraction. I imagine that happens to a lot of people. Yeah. Let's do this. Let's overwrite that save. Nice. Ooh. Like, for example, I personally tend to be a largely negative person, but when I'm online, I make a conscious effort to suppress that probably as much as you can. As much as I can and be as positive and supportive as I can be. Yeah, I find this... Ooh, what's over there? There've been, like, just for the record, there've been so many really interesting things that we've come across that we haven't even explored yet. Just side note. So, I just, you know, for the record about that, like, there's just so much here. Yeah, I mean, I think that this is a thing. I think a lot of people sort of become attracted to various personalities. I suppose there are people we could go and kill here, right? I mean, yeah, just kill. Okay. So for the record, I feel like we should probably... Oh, hi! That person tried to kill us, and now they're dead. Just... quick note. I suppose we should go up this way. There was something else up that way that we could pick up. I also feel like there are a lot of people running around up here. Yeah, I just think it's sort of complicated. And yeah, I just sometimes I worry about the ways in which people are able to sort of create fictional relationships and not recognize that they are fictional. And I think it's tricky when people are sort of playing themselves. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, if you don't guard against it, it would be easy to create a relationship that doesn't really exist, especially if you're already lonely, alone. Yeah, I think that's actually really true. And I think that, here's the thing, I think that, lonely, yeah, sand flats. And I actually think that things like reality TV and Twitch, those things are particularly tricky because of the ways in which they seem more real, right? They seem more like a real thing than something that's obviously scripted or obviously fictional. But, you know, a person may not recognize that actually, yes, while, like, that is Matt Mercer that we're seeing, and it's not like it's a fake Matt Mercer. I mean, it is Matt Mercer, but, like, he doesn't know who we are. Do you know what I mean? The surveyor. This mining equipment has been abandoned for a very long time. Not even the scavengers have disturbed it. We're just kind of hanging out here right now, actually. That's alright. Let me look at this map. Where are we? Well, I suppose oh, look at this. We're so close. We're so close to another campsite. Yeah, I know what you mean, or what I think you mean. Yeah, I mean, I think this is the thing that really gets me. I think I've seen this a lot. This is not just about Twitch, although, again, the reason why I'm mentioning is because I think it happens with musicians a lot, because musicians are also, theoretically... I struggle with it quite a bit, personally, for the reasons already stated, and from a bipolar perspective. I think it happens with musicians a lot, at least this is where I'm getting my experience as a musician, because musicians are also playing themselves, right? So people also tend to think of musicians as... but it's this, like, just because I know that musician very well, or at least I think I know the musician very well, I probably don't actually know the musician well, does not mean the musician knows me, right? That's I think, one of these sort of fallacies. And that can be heightened, especially when the streamer actually does recognize the username. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. But But I mean, I think about this a lot, right? None of the streamers that I follow, they don't know who I am. But like, they know my name, but they don't know me. And I think that, it becomes really easy to imagine that because we know them and we have this feeling towards them, they have the same feeling towards us. And they don't. Yeah. So I think about it a lot. It's a thing I think about often. So I suppose let's go. There's so many ways to go when we're in the middle of the desert. I'm torn because I want to go here and do this, but I also want to go to this make this camp, this base camp. So I think that's what I will do. I think we're gonna head east and go to the base camp. But everyone knows me. They bow down before me and worship me. Well, actually, Jer, that's true. I hope it doesn't bother you or make you feel uncomfortable in any way, but we all actually do. We've got these statues of you, and then we worship it. And we also just, like, find out where you live and just, like, stand outside of your house and look at you. That wouldn't make you uncomfortable or anything, right? Like, it's totally fine. Creepy. Creepy. Those are all my comments. Creepy. Hey! How are you, Gaviove? Gaviove 72. Gaviove. They can have an idea of who you might be, but you are right, they don't really know who you are, just as you don't really know who they are. Yes, that's exactly right. Gaviove, we're, at the moment, this is the academic foxhole. The ego should not be fed. I'm Trooper SJP, and I am an academic who overthinks everything, and so this is a bit of our time to spend some time together playing the games and overthinking. And everybody else who's here, who's hanging out with us, are all really awesome folks. And at the moment we're talking about streamer persona and sort of thinking that we know people because we watch them stream, but we don't actually, or we follow them if they're like a band, you know, that sort of thing. But we don't actually know them. And thinking about that, because I think this is a... Ooh, we are close. This is a thing that happens where people... Yeah. And it's funny, you know, when I teach this class, Black Divas, where we talk about... We read a lot of star studies, star theory. And, ooh, let's set up camp. I feel good about this. Hello. So anyway, we read a lot of sort of like star studies actually, and I just want them to know. Let's replenish. That's great. Oh, Cassandra really needs to replenish all of those because we might need it. Sarah, Dorian, Blackwall, whatever. Cole, Vivienne, Solus, Varric, Iron Bull. Okay, we're all good. Right, so the thing is, like, I try to, you could go do your assassin stuff now. Ooh. Let's do it. Let's do that. That sounds really exciting. Let's go to the quest map. We now have a location. We have a save point. Let's go to the world map. Western approach. Forbidden Oasis. We have to go to the Forbidden Oasis, by the way. Also the Hissing Wastes. Val Royale. We've got a lot of things we can do. This is very exciting. Let's go to Skyhold. Oh yeah, so when I'm teaching this Black Divas course, which is all about these sort of like... This class is really all about the relationship between the diva and their fan base over time and the different genres and what you can be and what you can't be. And one of the things I do is I have my students read these interviews with the divas at home, which is like this whole genre of magazine article where, you know, you'll have the diva at home and they'll be in their home and they'll tell you what they're really like. And And I try to, and so many of my students are like, oh, this is what they're really like. And I was like, no, this is not what they're really like. This is what they want you to think about them because this is an article, like, and their album has just come out, right? So this is about managing persona. And I think it's hard for people to sometimes remember that is what we're talking about, you know? Let's see. Where are they? They are down here. So we need to head maybe this way. I think this will get us there. I'm gonna be an assassin, everybody. I'm really excited about this. At least I hope I'll be an assassin. I'm going to just assume.
It was an archdemon, they say.
It wasn't. Deceived, maybe.
This is an interview. Yes, right. This is an interview designed to ground the star by having it be in the home. At least, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, and sometimes it's not even actually their home, but whatever it is, it's yes. This is exactly right. Hello.
The profession of assassin requires more than I have seen, more than has been done.
No, yeah, start me on the path. I'm there.
I'm ready to start learning.
He has his instruction, yet he repeats. A poor start.
Oh. Well, hold on then. What do you want me to do? Let's go to the journal. One less Minotaure, Inquisitor's Path, Way of the Assassin. So I have to craft I have Deathroot, I have the Guild Leader tokens, I've got the writing, so I have to craft the knife. So, alright. Let's go to the crafting place. I think we need to head here, but I cannot travel there. Here. Okay, I'm gonna just see if we can do this. I'm really excited about getting my specialization, which, you know, I don't have it. We've been playing for a while. I feel like it's time for me to be an assassin and murder a lot of people, but like not in an evil way, just in a murder lots of people way. I mean, that's what everybody does, right? That's what all the cool kids do. Let's see.
Where's my other hand?
Modify armor, craft weapons. We're looking for an assassin. I don't even know if it's actually in here. So maybe Longsword of the Dragon. I don't know. Remshin joins. I think it's time for me to become an assassin and murder a lot of people. Be under special. Maybe. Let's see. The problem is we have one-handed weapons, two-handed weapon. Oh. Weapon. No, this is runes. Those are runes, shields, bows, daggers. Doesn't seem to be there. Masterwork, a lot of that business. Archmage staff, Anderfell's cleaver, Longsword of the Dragon. Remshin! Remshin, you're awesome. So maybe I can just talk to Dagna?
Ready for anything, Inquisitor.
You notice the anchor, why did you agree to join us? I want something crafted.
Dagna, show me what you can do.
Here's how it goes. Bring me the rare stuff for enchanting or masterworks, and
Oh.
we'll prep it here, just like normal. Except it's not normal. It's manipulation of primal forces. And I'll make sure it goes just right. You'll see.
Okay.
I'll see.
Oh, okay. A little worried about you, Dagna. It's alright. So, I've got all the stuff.
Inquisitor.
Alright, here's what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. We are going to go to the journal, and we're going to go to the Inquisitor's Path, and we're going to click on this. And we're going to meet Hawk and Shroud. So, let's see. Craft a proper knife. Study the methods required to wield it, and the air will reveal the secrets of the assassin specialization. Kill guild leaders for their tokens at the East Side Hills, which I should have. The flats and the Black Fens, right? Readings to be found among the belongings, got it. While a rogue can only truly specialize in one style, studying others can still be of considerable benefit. So I have 20 Death Root, I have 3 Assassin Guild tokens, I need to craft this knife. So, craft a proper knife. What does that mean? What does that mean? Craft a proper knife. Craft it at requisition tables. Requisition tables? Okay, well that's weird. But you know what? I'm not even gonna be bothered. We're hanging out right here. We're right here. There's a thing we can do. We will do it, and then I mean, it will be great. It will be fine. We're just that's weird, but no judgment. No, they've not. Let's go and sit down at the heavy throne, and let's see what we have to deal with.
Mistress Pulin of Sarnia is accused of aiding and abetting the Red Templars in the Dales. She sold a quarry to them for a handsome sum. They used the quarry to grow red lyrium by enslaving townspeople.
Oh.
The only extenuating circumstance, Mistress Pulin was procuring supplies to keep the remaining townspeople fed.
You know what? At least she meant well. I'll listen to her defense. This doesn't excuse her. I'll just listen to her defense. We'll get all the information.
If you'd like to explain your intentions, speak.
My crime was misjudgment. The land sale was meant to bring prosperity in hard times.
Uh-huh.
Yet you kept taking coin from the Red Templars, even after you realized what they'd done to the people.
Why not? It bought food for the ones remaining. Isn't that enough?
No.
You
That's
question
not...
whether greed or necessity led me. Tell me which you weigh me for.
Yeah, wow. She's the one who was selling people off to be tortured. You're free to go. That's not the choice we're going to pick. That is not our choice. Treason deserves death. Put her to work. You have her rebuild the town. Have her rebuild the town? I don't think so. Put her to work. Treason deserves death. She killed a lot of people. I think we're going to kill her because I am an assassin.
The Red Templars are the sworn enemy of Orlais. No one in the royal court contests this. The punishment for treason is death.
No, please. Anything but this, I beg you. No!
Some people are not happy with me. She actually just handed over a bunch of people to be murdered. So I don't think that was good. I think that was really bad. And she made money off of it. And yeah, she's like, oh no, I'm giving these things to the people, but I don't know about all of that, my friends. Let's travel, shall we? Let's go to world map. Let's go back to the western approach. And let's travel here and go to that requisitions table. Oh yeah, party. I feel a little bit bad about murdering her, but I don't think my character would at all. I think my character is totally fine with it. So that's it. So we're going to craft it at the requisition table. Apparently, get that going on. See what's happening. So let's see. We've got Remshin, Artisnack, Jer, and HQ probably are for hanging out. I'm feeling good about it. I just want to say thanks everybody for hanging out with me on a Friday. I appreciate it. It's very nice. And I will see you all next Thursday to finish up Orwell. And then I think Sunday for more Dragon Age Inquisition. Okay, requisitions table.
Inquisitor.
Yes? Let's see. Ooh, look! The murder knife! This is it. Let's make the murder knife. It's full of murder. The murder knife, forged cold to match intent, a symbolic dagger not intended for combat, but it does produce a weapon. The process is an acknowledgement of purpose and commitment. The result is a killer, not a blade. I happen to make a little bit of murder knife. It's cool. You know how it is. It happens. Sometimes you're just making murder knives. Hey, it looks like all my buddies can level up. That's really great. We're not going to level them up just yet because I want to go back to Skyhold and I want to become an assassin. Let's become an assassin, everyone. I know, it doesn't sound like it at all. So, a proper knife apparently is a ceremonial knife. What did I know? That's a surprise to me. You know, I wonder though, I was thinking about an interesting thing. I was reading this article about sexual harassment online, but in virtual spaces. About like sort of like sexually harassing people's virtual figures in like an online virtual reality space. And this one was trying to explain why this was so upsetting, and when somebody was saying, well, that's not, but it wasn't your actual body, it was just virtual reality. And she was like, yeah, but it really felt that way. So it's kind of interesting thinking about the idea of online being a real space and that kind of the complicatedness of the ways in which online is a real space, and it does have real consequences, but we are both simultaneously are and also are not our online personas. And I think that's actually very complicated. It's like, I think, philosophically quite difficult. So I made a knife.
They are dead, and the steps are done. It was, of course, simple. He has tracked his prey knowing it meant gain or loss. For no other reason he invited lives into death. The question then is whether or not he can stomach assassin as his path.
Oh yeah, totally I'll become an assassin. Because, that's totally who I am. Oh, remind me to send you a link that was shared with me that I think you might find interesting about our previous conversation. Oh yeah. I totally want to see it.
I'm ready to become what I need to be. My assassin.
Then you are one of us. Hello, Inquisitor. My name is Air. It is nice to finally meet you. Come. You know the mind. Now let me show you the many ways to end a body.
Oh. Guess what? I'm an assassin. I think our online personas are as real as say, our household versus public personas. Yeah, I mean, because the thing is, I was thinking about this, and, you know, I mean, I have lots of personas, in the sense that I teach, and how I hang out with how I interact with my students is not the same as how I interact with, I don't know, my parents or whatever. Yes, exactly right. There's there's a business work persona, and you're not being fake at work. It's just that that's a different you than you are in a different context, right? So I'm an assassin now. I don't even know what that means, but I'm an assassin. That feels pretty awesome. Here's the thing, folks. Let's go to the Forbidden Oasis and unlock that last door. Let's do it. What is that? There's a thing here. I don't know what it is, but let's do it. Let's get our people. Right, and so I don't think any of these things are unreal, but they're not it's not like a holistic thing, right? Ooh, nice. So when I get new skill points, by the way, I found oh, I think they might have, yes? I found, oh, what was I going to tell you? Oh, I had a thought, and it left my mind because I'm going crazy. Not really. I'm not really going crazy. But it's been a long week, and this makes me a little like I lose thought sometimes. When you're thinking all the time and you're like, oh, heavy duty thinking. Requisitions officer. Hello?
Word for you.
Yes, report.
What is it?
This may be worthwhile.
Ally requisition in the Oasis. That's fine. But we are looking for, we are looking to get into the Forbidden Oasis. We want the Spirit Calmed, that last door. That's what we want. And let's see where we need to go. We need to head over there. So, the closest place looks like here. Let's travel there. They are a piece of the puzzle, not the complete view. Yeah, that's exactly right. And I think what's interesting is, like, at least some of my students get kind of weirdly obsessed about sort of authenticity, and they get really stressed out about this. And I was like, it's fine, right? It's not. Oh, what is that? That's a huge giant. Oh, I think. Oh, why is that here? Oh. What's going on? What is happening? How did this happen? Why is this going on? Ah! Why is there a giant? How did this happen? I'm not even prepared for this. Oh my goodness. Hello, giant. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Iron Bull. Try not to get murdered like that. Okay. Whew. I was not expecting a dragon. That was not what I was expecting. I think you can be authentic in how you act and how you present yourself without having to show. Yeah, this is exactly right. I think that, I mean, you're not inauthentic because when you're sort of in a library, you don't run around jumping up and down and screaming. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I can be loud and rowdy, but I don't tend to be loud and rowdy in a library, and that doesn't mean that I'm being inauthentic in the library. It's just that, you know, in the library, maybe you don't be, like, that's not considered appropriate behavior. Yeah, but actually, you know, RP, this is a conversation that has to do with role-playing games now, actually. I was thinking about, how do we get where we want to get? Well, we'll just go this way. I was thinking about that famous excuse, right? When somebody's RPing a character and that character is really mean and horrible, and is a terrible jerk, and always really, really difficult, and never, not a good team player. And you say, hey, player, could maybe you, like, not be such a terrible jerk? And they say, but I'm just playing my character as how my character really is. And what's, of course, tricky about that is that a character, like any person, can be any number of things, right? They don't always have to be a terrible jerk all the time. But also, we also change, right? We are flexible people. So a person doesn't have to always be a jerk all the time, for heaven's sakes. And I think, but you know, generally speaking, I tend to think that's just an excuse to behave like a jerk. People want to do that. Oh, nice, thank you. What do we have? Also, I just noticed there are all sorts of crazy monsters. I'm trying to get into... I suppose it's Solasan where I want to go. I think this is where I'm headed. It's been a while since I've been here. There are bad guys here, and I'm just going to kill them. Because...
The Vince moved in.
I'm pretty good with just doing that a little bit. Hey gang, we've been collecting all of these shards for so long. Yeah, right? This is what I mean. People are not that two-dimensional, right? People are more complex, and they also can compromise. And so, what is this? Tracing from temple doors. An inscription taking at the temple doors in the Forbidden Oasis, followed by a translation. The writing is shaky and uneven, as though the writer labored to complete the task. Emma solus him var dinan, telgada solusin, melana en atham las enaste. Arrogance became our end. Come not to a prideful place. Now let humility grant favor. Ooh. I'm excited that we're going to finally open this door. This is something that I'm really excited about, and I feel like we should perhaps also upgrade our characters. Can I tell you the terrible thing that happened to me? And by terrible, it's not actually terrible at all. It's fine. Like it's really okay. I got one of those power amulets that lets you, ooh, look, assassin treat, that lets you give you an extra power point to spend, and I accidentally spent it. I actually equipped it on Sarah, so I don't have it now, and that makes me sad. Blinding Terror. What does this do? Haste. Increase the speed of your entire party. That sounds fun. Let's learn that, and let's apply it. Oh, it looks like it is not in the battle menu because we don't have enough space for it. Oh no, we have space for it. It's right there. That is a focus ability. A focus ability? Oh, that means I just have to put it on and then, huh. This ability consumes and is powered by focus. Alright, well, I'm going to see what I think about it. I've not used any of those before. Let's see, Cassandra. I think Cassandra's pretty maxed out here. So then I give her some of that one. And she's got some of this one, the Templar. So let's continue on with Templar business. Wrath of Heaven. She'll learn that. And then we'll hit Iron Bull, who is doing lots of damage. Oh, we were giving him his special Reaver situation, and we'll just give him... Oh, Rampage is also one of these focus. Let's give him Terrifying Fury. Let's do it. And then apply. Okay. So it uses the white bar the whole party generates, I think, just during normal combat, and anyone can use it. We're going to save, by the way. No, we're going to save up here. Anyone can use it. Huh. It's party-wide. Huh. We have to think about this. So we're going to try to head off and get this last door. And I'm really excited by the possibility of getting through this last door and seeing what's there. Because I'm sure whatever it is will be really fun and full of... The focus bar is what those Inquisition perks... Huh. Huh. Well, I feel like I've got to learn a bit more about this. Okay. We are going to open this last door. We're going to find out what's in here. Here we go. Ooh. Is that a bad guy? I think it is a bad guy. That's unfortunate. Hi, bad guy. Oh, there are a lot of bad guys here. Let's... I think we'll be okay. I mean, I'm a little bit injured here, but, I think we'll be alright. I think. Maybe? Okay, we killed everything. There's a lot of mysterious, stuff on the ground. But it's alright. Corpse heart. That's not morbid. It's not morbid at all. Arcane horror heart. What in the world are we looting, friends? Oh. So that was exciting. We got a bunch of stuff? I don't know, Ooh. Wow. Yeah. I feel like, Aradensk, the heart that you're showing, as the emote is like a nicer heart. I think the hearts that I'm picking up are probably, gross. And also bloody. This is just a suspicion that I have. If you notice, I'm getting everything but the big thing, because it's the big thing. I feel like we should save that for last. It might be, like, I don't know, something really awesome. So we'll get everything else. It does have... Okay, that's true. It does have a pin through it. This is fair. Maybe it is bloody. I hadn't thought about that. Alright, my friends, here we go. We're going to see what's inside this big... We're going to grave rob. Tasty hearts. Grave robbing. Intense spirit essence, pure spirit essence, superb belt of spirit resistance, master spirit rune, sigil of the arcane horror. +1 spirit damage. Oh, well, let's just take it all. Sigils. You have found a sigil. Sigils can be attached to armors and give special bonuses along with unique hindrances. Huh. Interesting. Oh, what happened to me? Oh, hi. I just got a bunch of spirit resistance. Apparently I have a sigil now. I hope that's... But what if I get better armor? Well, so... I think we still have those other ones to do, but we can pop out now. Because this is those other entrances, which I don't think we can do just yet. I don't think so. Let's see. Because, let's see, where were we at? We were at the Forbidden Oasis. And we don't have nearly enough shards for all that business, so we don't have to worry about that. So let's go to the world map. We opened a secret door. I feel super excited about that. Let's go and help out Josephine. Like, we're hanging out together. We can do that. And let's go to Valroyo. And, I mean, we're going to do a little bit of the helping out our friends. Even though we all have to, you know, spend a bit more time in those western wastes. Hey, I'm an assassin! I think that, I'm really excited to find out what that means. Who knows? I'm excited. You know, the thing is that, your focus, but don't I use my focus for my special ability? My, like, murder everybody all the time ability? Because if I do, then I don't know if I want to use that focus for haste if I can use it for murder all the time. I don't know. We will see. Right? See, I don't know about that. Alright, what do we have? Who are you?
Inquisitor. Good, good. This is exactly what I was hoping for.
What? Is that why we're here? How do you even know about the amulet?
Oh.
I hope you aren't intending to help me get it back. I can do this myself.
I apologize, but that won't be possible. Do forgive me, Inquisitor. But when I heard of your association with Monsieur Palace, I could not resist.
You're creepy.
You see, the young man sold me a rather valuable amulet many months ago. Then he returned, asking to buy it back. Why would I simply sell it? Not only is it useful, there are others who could offer much more.
You're creepy.
Loathsome little cretin. That's why you were so stubborn.
There is no need for insults, monsieur. I am interested only in doing good business.
Let's ask why it's so valuable. I know why it's valuable.
Aren't you a merchant? Why not just sell it back?
I am not a fence, monsieur. I only bought your friend's amulet because of what it is. I do business in the Imperium. Having a birthright, even one not your own, is most useful in select situations.
Huh. He's got the right of it there.
That's why I gave the young man so much. If he relinquished it, how is that my doing?
Yeah, their whole mask thing, it's, I will say this. I'm glad that, the game designers decided to come up with something cultural that is quite different. Never trust an relation. So what do you want? All this for my attention. I could simply take it. Let's just say all this for my attention. Let's try to draw him out a little bit.
You refused to sell Dorian his amulet, just to get me here. Mission accomplished.
I am not attempting to manipulate you, my lord. I only wish equitable recompense. The Ligue de Celestine is an organization of wealthy noblemen in Orlais. I would join, but I lack the lineage. If someone like you applied pressure, they would admit me. That would be worth the return of the amulet.
So we have these choices. You want to anger me, attempt to intimidate the merchant into giving up the amulet, agree, forget it, and let's ask Dorian what he thinks.
What do you think, Dorian?
Leave the man be. I got myself into this. I should get myself out of it.
Perhaps you should accept your friend's help, monsieur.
Kafas, I know what you think, and he's not my friend. He's... Never mind what he is.
Ooh.
As you desire. Even so, that is a price. I shall accept no other.
You know what? I don't feel like, attempt to intimidate the merchant into giving up the amulet. Would that even work? Why am I getting this option? Am I particularly intimidating? Forget it. I agree to your terms. You want to anger me. Alright, so let's talk about the three choices. Forget it is just not a choice I'm going to pick because I want to get Dorian's birthright back. So, I know. So I have the choice between you want to anger me and I agree to your terms. So here's my thoughts. One, you want to anger me. I feel like I'm an assassin. I might be threatening and say, I will threaten you, just give me the thing. But I don't know if that is a good strategic move. In the sense that if I get this guy in this whatever fancy pants rich person's league, and I get the thing back from him, then he might be positively inclined, and then we might have somebody in the fancy pants rich person's league, and that might be useful for us long term. So I'm just going to agree to his terms, not because I wouldn't mind threatening him, but because I think that long term,
very well,
it might
do
be better.
As you ask.
What? You're going to give in to this cretin?
Do you want your amulet back?
Yes, I do. I simply...
Much obliged, your worship. The moment I receive an invitation from the League, I'll have the amulet delivered. It's been an honor doing business with you.
Influence mongering.
See, I don't think of it actually as kowtowing to his terms. I think of it as being long-term
I
strategic.
don't want to be in your debt. I don't want to be in anyone's debt.
You don't think
I don't want to discuss it.
See, I just think that considering how Orlais sort of hangs out with each other, that if I just sort of threatened him and then just took it from him, that closes off any future possibilities for gain. So I think that like long-term strategy, it might be better to have him on our side. So I don't think of it as kowtowing. I think of it as being manipulative. Where am I going? Oh, I'm going down there. And so I want to head the other opposite direction of where I'm heading. So yes, I'm thinking of it as being strategically manipulative, rather than kowtowing to his demands.
We attacked her, and now the groom is run off as well. Something about
A new divine soon. One will make you stand up.
A moment of fashionable drama.
I mean, he's arrogant, but you know what? Like, I don't care about his arrogance, really. Like, I'm the Inquisitor. If I would be rattled by somebody who being arrogant, that would sort of be evidence of me not being all that secure in my position. Hello?
Inquisitor, what an unexpected pleasure. You must have had a long journey to the city. Might there be any news from this house?
Yes, your lover is safe.
Here's a letter from Ellerly. He's safe with his family in the Dales.
Oh, my Ellerly. Oh, bless you. The Dions will sponsor the Duparakets as a family deserving of a noble title, Inquisitor. You have my word. Now please, forgive my hastiness, but I must read Ellerly's words. Make her keep you.
Oh. So, we've helped out Josephine. So what do I have to do with this for this, like... I mean, he's a weasel, this guy. And, Inner Circle. Magister's Birthright. Make the necessary arrangements at the war table. That's fine. So, I think we just need to go to the war table, yeah? I mean, yeah. Artie Snack, I get it. Dude's irritating, and I don't particularly like him, but he's also not worth the time and the effort to run around murdering him or threatening him. I think he's too not worth my time. But having ins to some Orlesian sort of merchants guild could be fine. I'm feeling my character is not bothered. You know, like, people are irritating, but, like, I'm the Inquisitor now. Can't sweat the small stuff. At least that's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling like he's just not worth it. You know? Ooh. I just dropped something. Ooh, let's go to the war table. I think it's that time. When we get to talk to Josephine, we're doing all this stuff. This is good times. I'm feeling good about it.
It's looking good. Not good enough, but good.
Indeed, my place is looking good. Oh, lemonade.
What happened here?
The House of Repose decided to pay a visit. The guards arrived in time, but I should have guessed the assassins would infiltrate the servants.
Ooh. Oh. Are you all right?
Are you sure they didn't hurt you?
They only frightened me. It was all so sudden. Leliana assigned people to shadow me. They appear to have saved my life. I owe you everything, Sergeant.
Only my duty, Ambassador. I'll talk with the spy master about these murderous louts. She'll find how they got in.
Ooh. Ooh.
Any news on the House of Repose?
Yes, there is news. Shall we investigate? We've already done that. So let's, what's our next move?
What's the next favor we need to get these Duparakets a lordship?
We need a judge of the royal court to procure documents acknowledging them as nobility again.
Okay. Well, this is all very awkward. Someone tried to murder her. Let's go to our war table. Fix up some stuff. Ugh. So I want to just say for the record that while I gave into his demands, I didn't give into demands, I don't think, in a nice way. I think I gave into his demands in a way that was all about sort of like, whatever, you're not important to me. Or not as important to me. Let's get some resources. And let's get some herbs. Which is great. And let's go over to the Orlesian side. And what is this one here? Where is it? Report ready. Deal with Lord Basil Marin. We had one of our Liliana's spies bait Lord Basil into starting his rant at a recent ball. Just as he was reaching the climax of his argument, Lady Doucette entered in full Inquisition regalia with an entourage of our soldiers and exposed her father's lies. She then challenged him to a duel for the Inquisition's honor. The Lord would not meet her blade and was shunned for the rest of the event, while Lady Doucette became the star of the evening. I don't think we need to worry about Lord Basil in the future. Whew. That was a bunch of drama. So what do we have? We should have, what is this? Western Approach resources. Investigate the Western Approach. Investigate the shards. We completed that. Completed hissing waste resources available. Completed. Help Ponchard de Lieu. Oh, this is that guy. Whatever. The Celestine League is an exclusive organization composed almost entirely of merchants of noble birth. They pride themselves on this as their cachet when dealing with Orlesian elite, and thus getting a commoner such as Ponchard de Lieu, wealthy as he might be, admitted to their ranks is not a trivial task. This is, however, the only way de Lieu will surrender Dorian's birthright. So, Liliana and Josephine. Liliana, we need the League to admit Ponchard only long enough to turn over the amulet. It's an easy deception to arrange. Ah ha ha ha. And Josephine, I have several connections within the Celestine League. A few suggestions to the right people, and the matter is settled. So, here, my friends... wait, is Artie Snack back? I want Artie to hear about the choice that I'm going to make. Because this is where we get our revenge for him being... Okay, good. See, this is it. Now we said, sure, we'll help you, and we have a choice of actually helping him get in the League for real, or lying. And I think we will lie. I think we will just get him in long enough, and then get the amulet, and then dump him. That's what I think, because that seems fitting. I like it. Oh yeah, we're going to laugh at him. I agree with that too. That seems like the best of all of our possible options. I like it. We cannot do our Venatori person yet because I've got to make I'm going to make a chart after I get out of here. And then all these things are completed. What is this? Investigate the Exalted Plains. I don't think we need to do that yet. This is a big quest thing, which I don't think we have to do just yet. That's completed. Completed. Gather cloth. Empress de Lyon resources. Gather leather. Investigate the Exalted Plains. Make contact in the Emerald Graves. Is there anything else that's really exciting for us to do? Let's see. Falamai resources completed. Completed. Available. Investigate Frostback Basin. Gather coins available. Completed. End? What is that? End. Oh. There is a lady. Wait, who's saying this? Air. There is a lady sitting amidst the tattered splendor of her nobility. Can remove the amulet, replace it with a chain of blood around... See, like, these are the things I feel like would be exciting. Sitting amidst the tattered splendor of her nobility, her only legacy is an ancient name, high and esteemed. She may restore wealth and dignity to her line by marrying the man to whom she was promised at birth. He is prosperous and powerful, but leaves her cold. The lady sits by her casement and gazes at the soldier who truly has her heart. She prays to the Maker for deliverance. She prays for intervention. A sudden knife, and we hear her cry. How will the Maker's instrument strike? Will he strike? A knot for the herald to unravel. Air. Liliana says, let the lady marry her betrothed, then strike at him as she asks. She gains wealth, her true love, and we earn her gratitude. Josephine says, if the lady requests an assassin, it is not for us to say she should not. The contract is between her and those she has hired. Cullen says, what ridiculous game is this? Is killing for love better or worse than killing for power? The Inquisition does not serve the romantic whims of nobles. Cullen is no fun whatsoever. Liliana says this one, and Josephine says this one. I feel like that's the best option, but Liliana is not available right now, so we'll have to come back to that one. But it also looks like we'll have to remember that it's there. Getting a judge's favor. Inquisitor. We must have an Orlesian judge sign papers formally requesting we elevate the Paraquets into nobility. I've approached Judge Ald, who's requested a party of Inquisition soldiers meet him in the Frostbacks for a hunting expedition. Some sort of rare spider as big as a horse, the judge was telling me. It lives inside the caves a few days west of Skyhold. He would like an honor guard who knows the mountains to show him the way. Send some scouts and officers to accompany him, and Judge Ald will be happily sign the paperwork we require. And let's do that.
Let us begin.
That is great. And so I think we only have Cullen available to do things. And Cullen, I don't know, Cullen is such a stick in the mud. Shall we get him some, shall we have him gather herbs? Red Templars on the Storm Coast. There are some interesting things going on. What is this? Let's see. Red Templars on the Storm Coast. Oh, we can pick that up all sorts of ways. Let's send him to gather. Let's get some Crestwood resources. What do we have there? We have Obsidium. Yeah, it's fine. Cullen, just go and do that. Just do that. And when Liliana is free, we'll go and assassinate some people for fun. I think that's grand. Okay, so we have done that. I'm feeling good about it. So, oh, I feel like we should go to our map and we should check out. Oh, there's nothing in Val Royeaux, it doesn't look like. That makes me sad. Oh, because they're not ready yet. They're not done yet. That's why. So, let's look at our journal and see what we can do at this point in time. Inner Circle. We've got some more memories. That's Western Approach. Unfinished Business. We've got Western Approach and Emerald Graves. That's fine. Some Venatori to kill. We've got to do that Birthright stuff. Find the Spirit with Solus in the Exalted Plains. We've got to do that. We've got more Lyrium to destroy. We've got tomes to pick up. We don't have to do that right now, though. And we will arrange for the favor. And what is this? Smuggler's Letters. Where is this, though? I don't know. Emerald Graves. So we don't have to worry about that just yet. So I suppose we should go back to... oh, gosh. I know it's really hot where I'm at, too. And I'm not really excited about it, let's just say. So let's go back to the Western Approach, because we're doing sort of quest stuff right now. Let's just see. Nothing there. Oh, I should go to the Black Emporium at one point in time. Nothing there. Oh, we've got some Enchanter stuff. Falomire's nothing very big there. Nothing in Skyhold. Emprise de Lyon, we've got 8 degrees? 8 as in very cold 8? Oh, but you're Canadian, so you're probably using Celsius. But isn't 8 still pretty not hot? I feel like that is not hot. And I'm concerned. Let's go right here. Let's travel there. Yes, so somebody who has access to the internet in a way that I do not because I'm on the PS4 right now, will somebody do the Celsius to Fahrenheit conversion on that one? I feel like that's not hot. That's what I feel like. By the way, everybody, not hot, no, but not terribly cold, because with Celsius, isn't it like 0 and 100? I don't know. Isn't like 0 like, oh, 45. Oh, 45 is nice. 45 is, I mean, 45 is not like warm, warm, warm. 45 is like winter in San Francisco. 45 to 55, and then like, yeah, right? That's exactly right. 0 is freezing, 100 is boiling. Okay. So I'm feeling really good about our current situation. Let's go to the journal. I think there was some Venatori we could put out there. For water, not for people. I think we have things we can claim. We're just gonna just go over here and say hi to all the stuff. Let's claim this. Griffin Wing Monument. In honor of the wings of adamant, the brave griffins who gave their lives in service to keep the blight at bay, in war victory, in peace vigilance, in death sacrifice. Hello, griffins. That's very nice of you. Yeah, I think if it were 100, I think I would be sad. And I would not be happy. Who is this person? The researcher.
Visitors. Thank the Maker. It's been so long since I've spoken to anyone.
Why are
Have
you
come to observe the wildlife too?
I think I found your supplies. A dead man out in the desert had these on him.
Dead? Blessed Andraste. What about Marcus or Jeannette? This is terrible news. I am Frederic of Serrault, foremost researcher of draconology in Orlais. I came here with an expedition from the university. But the others are all missing, and our work has been halted. White Claw raiders have made off with much of our supplies. You will help me reclaim the equipment, will you not? You will champion the advancement of science.
Sure, but also your mask is creepy. Tell me of this place.
You're a scholar. What can you tell me about this region?
The Western Approach is a remarkable place, as you are no doubt aware. Many magnificent creatures make their home here. Varghasts, dragons, phoenixes. They thrive where few others can. The land was poisoned by the Second Blight. The Warden Fortress has stood since that time. Before the Blight, the ancient Imperium ruled here. Actually, I saw some Tevinters recently. Studying the runes, perhaps.
Well, why don't you tell me about yourself?
Tell me about yourself.
I am a professor at the University of Orlais.
That's nice.
I made it my life's work to write the definitive monograph on the hunting habits of dragons and their closest kin. On this trip alone, I have produced 20 scrolls of notes. More scholarship than has ever been done on the Southern Varghast. But my hope, my great ambition, is to observe the abyssal high dragon taking her prey. A sight no scholar has ever recorded.
Oh, are you safe out here?
The rest of your team went missing, and there are raiders all over the area. Should you be here alone?
I don't know what happened to the rest of the expedition, but the raiders have left me completely undisturbed. I have also seen Grey Wardens and strangers in odd black clothing, but they all ignore my presence completely.
Huh. Well, I found your supplies.
I have the supplies you were waiting for right here.
Now that I have my recipes back, I'll be able to concoct a bait the High Dragon cannot resist. I have most of what I need, but I still need to gather quillback intestines and a phoenix's tail feather.
Huh. Yeah. Yeah, I imagine, like, when it's hot, it's like, what, in the 30s, right? Celsius? Like, that's like hot times? Tell me more about dragons.
You study dragons? I'd be interested in hearing more about that.
Oh, they are fascinating and little understood creatures, thought extinct for centuries. Now they seem to be making a comeback. The Nevarans wrote extensively on breeding and nesting behavior, but high dragon hunting patterns have never been studied. I would be most interested if you come across any Gurn corpses that might be victims of dragon attacks.
Alright. Because I feel like when I was in Europe...
We'll have to speak some other time.
When we hit the 30s, 40s, I was like, oh, it's really hot.
Why would the bandits leave a scholar alone?
It's a good question. That is a very good question.
After more than 30 days, I have yet to observe the abyssal high dragon in... Oh. Yes? Can I assist you?
Is there anything we, like, No, we're good.
We'll have to speak some other time.
Which we will. Alright. Let's see what we have here. We have loot. We always have loot. I think there was something I was looking for, which I actually think... Oh, yeah. Well, I think even though our quest marker's over there, we should do a little bit of a sweep. So head east and do this sort of sweep around this way, like that, and then head up there. So we're going to head east. Ugh. Yeah, that's just so terrible, and I can't handle it. Being a person who grew up in San Francisco, where it's never really that hot, I will just say that for the record, I don't really like really hot weather. I also don't like really cold weather. I like moderate weather all the time. And that makes me really happy. But, you know, I live on the East Coast now. Ooh, hello, mine. What have we discovered? I wonder what kind of people lived here. Do you know what I mean? Like, what are the people who lived here?
Who put all this here? Vanatori?
That's what I wanted to know. I wanted to know who put this here, too. I'm glad that Cassandra and I are, you know, in the same... are of the same mind. Never moved to Minnesota. I imagine Minnesota probably has weather extremes like Boston. Ancient Warden logbook. So close. We nearly reached him. Made it down to what looked like a dwarven taig, where the song was actually audible, real and thrumming through the air, not just in our heads. It rattled through the lyrium pillars and shook the earth beneath our feet to its dreadful tempo. We lost 30 men in the last cave-in, and the Warden commander's abandoning the mission. I tried to argue for one last push, but the rock is too unstable down there. We'll have to find another archdemon somewhere more solid. What? Jer, that is super inappropriate. Why would the weather do that? I don't approve of that weather. No one asked me, but I'm just telling you, I don't approve. But then, you know, I grew up in super temperate weather, so I suppose that's just my life. There we go. Alright. Let's look at this campsite. Oh, look, there's a bad guy over there. We're going to ignore him for a moment and just claim this space. Shimmerstone Mine. The ground here trembles slightly underfoot. This is why people live on... Although I imagine there are places with decent weather non-coastal spaces, right? Like, I imagine you've got, I don't know. Ooh, claim this quarry. Very nice. I imagine there's some places that are not coastal, like, I don't know, maybe by lakes? Perhaps? That are nice? Oh, look, it's a big hole. I think we should not jump down there because we'll die. So let's not do that. Thoughts? Like, maybe, like, there's a whole, like, I don't know. Ooh, let's read this. Venatory orders. Cassius, remind your hirelings to leave that old Legion fop alone. With our red friends leaving the area, Service expects more from the White Claw efforts. I'm not explaining to him that you let those Raider idiots kill our best chance at actually getting that high dragon in reach, Octavian. Ooh. They're not killing him because they want the dragon. Yeah, like maybe... Oh, wait, you have a lot of lakes, and your weather is still terrible. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be judgy. Maybe your weather is not terrible. Maybe your weather is awesome, and you like it. So if you like minus 20 to 110 degrees, I am not judging you. Maybe it's awesome. It would not be awesome for me. It would stress me out. Oh, hey, Jer, I just thought of something. You have 1,000 lakes, right? Does that mean you also have, like, 1,000 mosquitoes? This is a question I have. Oh, no. You're like, no. It's terrible. Don't like. Do not like. I'm sorry. Yeah, so do you have, like, steel-tipped mosquitoes? Is that, like, a thing that you have? Is it bad? Although, you know, I don't know. I always run into those funny people who, like, talk about liking weather like that. And they're like, oh, I just love crazy cold weather. It makes me feel alive. And I was like, oh, I suppose. I feel alive in good weather. So, you know, I did my grad's work in Los Angeles. And it's so funny because people always like to say these things. They say, you did your grad work in Los Angeles? And I say, yes. And then they say, how in the world could you get any work done with the weather being so nice all the time? If the weather were nice, like, I wouldn't get any writing done. And I was like, no, you can get writing done when the weather's nice. Ugh. Gross. And so I just think it's interesting how they want to sort of, like, their idea is that they would never ever get any work done if the weather was nice. And I was like, no. Actually, nice weather makes it easier to get work done because you're not miserable. At least that was my experience. Let's kill these people far away. Because I feel like killing people from far away is fun. And, awesome. When I was in Western Massachusetts, when I was in the Army, there were a lot of mosquitoes, and they were not fun. They were not fun. I know people that like one extreme of weather. Yeah, I think that's actually true. Artie Snack. All the people I know, they seem to like really cold weather. They seem to like really hot weather. But I don't know people who like them both. What you say is completely accurate. We've taken circle tomes. Nice. More influence. Yeah, I'm not into either one. People are like, oh, I love snow, and I was like, snow is not my friend. People are like, I like really hot, humid weather. I was like, why are you insane? Those are my feelings. All right. Do you hear? There's a dragon around here, and it makes me nervous. I don't like it. Oh my gosh. You know, so I was in the Army this one time, right? And I was stationed in Massachusetts, out in Western Mass, and in the military, on the military base, they didn't, what's the word? They didn't spray for mosquitoes. They didn't do, like, the, you know, I'm sorry, I'm just hearing creepy sound design that's making me a little bit nervous. Here we go. So they didn't spray, so there was just, but all the surrounding communities did. So there were a lot of mosquitoes, and they were so bad. Let's examine. They were so bad that okay, all right. Let's see. What is this? Let's head west and maybe a little bit south. West and maybe a little bit south. Let's go this way. So anyway, as I was saying, it was so bad, the mosquitoes were so bad when we were out in the field for one of our exercises, that this guy got bit so much, he had to go back, he had to be taken to the infirmary because it was so bad. Which, that's no good. That's no good. I mean, it's kind of shocking to think that it can be that bad, but it was. Okay. We just killed a lot of people. Is everybody relax? I think we're good. Yeah. I mean, I bought this, special...
You're smiling a great deal these days, Dorian.
I always smile. People like my smile, and they should. I have excellent teeth.
Gentlemen, leave the wardens to their work. Concentrate efforts on the dragon service.
Do you always do it while staring dreamily into the distance?
It depends how long until dinner.
Aww. I feel like Cassandra's giving Dorian a little bit of a hard time. Just a little bit. What are we looking at? Where are we? Oof. Alright, there's a lot of stuff going on. We're heading generally south, it looks like, to see what's up this way. It's kind of like a Stonehenge. But what is this place? I don't know. Huh. I want to know who lived here in this place before all the bad guys showed up. Ooh, look, a creature. I think Cassandra's not jealous. I think she's just having a good time. We're not going to go and kill that thing. Just having a good time, causing a little bit of trouble. Busting some chops, as my dad would say. Ooh, hi. So anyway, what I wanted to say was, ugh. I'm sad about that. Yeah, anyway, the mosquitoes were so bad that this kid had to be pulled out of the field. I mean, that's bad. That was no good. And I bought this sort of like a mosquito netting that went over my helmet because I just was not really excited about mosquitoes all up in my face all the time. And also, side note, the mosquitoes were so bad that they would bite through our winter uniforms. I was not really excited. I want to know why there are all these... Who are these people that I'm murdering? Like, a lot of murder. I don't know who it is I'm murdering, but I'm murdering a lot of them. But I'm sure it'll be fine. Right? Yeah. I like being an archer because I get to have a good a good view of the battlefield, and I enjoy that. Although I wonder what it would be like being a hand-to-hand combat person, which I have not done. Maybe I wonder if I'd like it. Maybe not. I don't know. So we've killed everyone. Oh, what is this? What is that? What do you think that is? Looks a little creepy, my friend. She wants the Dalish Delight? Do you think so? Maybe. Oh. That must have been a little bit complicated. Rebel Mage's note, it just keeps staring at me. It had to go. What was that was just staring at you? This is, beautiful. What is that fire over there, do you think? Oh, look, there's a kind of some kind of keep? That's interesting. I do wonder what that keep is, map-wise. Let's see. Huh. Maybe it's there. Well, we're gonna go into this cave. Or we're gonna try to go into this cave. I don't know if we can. But we will try. Because it looks creepy, and I feel like if it's creepy... Did you have elemental barriers can be destroyed with enough of the opposite type of elemental damage. Spirit barriers can only be damaged by a mage's lightning attack. Lightning attack. Well, my friend, do you have lightning damage? You do have lightning damage. So, confirm that. Did you... No? Do more lightning damage. Hey! Sweet. We're going into a cave. So, Artie Snack, you should tell me whether or not, what your relationship dynamic was like with you being a mage. Is this like a Venatori place? What do you think this is all about? With Cassandra. What was your relationship with Cassandra with you being a mage? Actually, what was your relationship like with Vivienne? The creation of a phylactery. Who's saying this? This is being said by... From the memoirs of our enchanter, Reva Clay. Alright, let's do this. We'll let the boy rest. The first night they brought him to the White Spire, I convinced Knight Commander Belrose to delay the ritual till the morning. The journey was long, and the lad could barely keep his eyes open, poor thing. I was certain escape was the furthest thing from his mind. Medine found him a clean cot and with the other young apprentices, and when I came in with his supper, he was already fast asleep. Oh, you didn't interact too much with Cassandra, but she didn't like me at all at first. She can be that way. In the morning, I showed Medine how the fire was to be prepared. First a simple charm to preserve and protect the glass, then a spell that had to keep the blood from forming dark clots. The last step could only be completed with the apprentice present. I sent a young Templar recruit off with the message that we were ready. The boy was escorted to the chamber by Belrose himself. I could tell he had just been awakened. There was a smear of dirt from his face, perhaps from the road. I called the boy to me and cleaned his cheek with my sleeve as I explained the ritual. We have to take your blood, I said, because you're special. We don't want you to be lost. If it happens, the blood will allow us to find you and bring you home again. I let Medine take the lancet this time. The trim in my hands was worse that day, and I didn't want to make too deep a cut. I held the boy close, and Medine made a small, neat incision on his palm, exactly as instructed. I felt the boy struggle and start to cry. He tried to pull away, but Medine gripped his hand firmly, letting the blood run into the phial. Then Medine cast a spell, like we practiced. Within the phial, the blood churned and grew bright in the presence of the mage to whom it was bound. It was done. Another phylactery, another link forged. He was leashed to the White Spire. The boy could not look away from the glow. He was enthralled, and the pain and the tears were forgotten. See, this is magic, I said to him. When you are older, I will teach you. Belrose let the boy hold his phylactery for several minutes before he locked it away in the chamber. From the memoirs of Enchanter Reba Clay, 872 Blessed. You butted heads a little with Vivienne, but overall pretty good. Oh, well that's good, because you know how she is with the circle. You know how she is. She's all pro circle, which would make sense if she was in charge of one. Let's see. Chantry Logbook. We so far cannot confirm that Pharamond has had any luck attracting spirits at all. It may not be possible for spirits in the Fade to even see someone who has so long been tranquil. He wishes to continue the experiments. We will stay and observe until he's ready to leave. Oh, wow. Looks like they're doing the experiments in how to reverse tranquility. I want to know what's happening with that. This is a bit of a... This is interesting. Right? What's going to happen? Okay, we've got... It looks like... everything in this cave. And we're back out. Well, nice. I feel like we've done some good things. We've got some people waiting on missions. We are out. I think I mostly push for mages to be free and self-governed rather than... Yeah, me too, because... and if you want to do that, you can do that, but come on. It is, I see, we've got like 15 minutes. So I feel like we can maybe head up this way through this gorge and see where it takes us, and then head back home. We don't have much time left. And I think there's some sort of, you know, probably, what is tonight? It's tonight's DFA, isn't it? I used to follow DFA. I haven't watched season 2. I think it's the system, not completely my bag. Although I really like the cast. I like the cast a lot. Just, yeah, that's right. I think we have to go around. Yeah, I like the cast a lot. I love Tyler, I love Strix, love Steph. I love the whole gang. I don't think DFA does it for me. Maybe if I were very invested in the lore, which I'm not particularly... Ooh, hi. So that's, what? I wonder what it is we're trying to kill. Whatever it is, though, it is dead. If I didn't like Tyler and the cast so much, I would have given up on it. But at least point, I'm pretty stuck into the story. Yeah, see, I didn't actually grow up on BattleTech, so that's like a thing. I will also say, yeah, I mean, I followed Story 1, but I think for me the thing is that I'm not super excited by the battles themselves. And the thing is, I sometimes like really crunchy combat, so I feel like BattleTech could have gotten me, but I don't know. It just didn't really... I think the balance between story and battle wasn't exactly working for me. So, yeah. And the thing is, I want to, but then I'm already, like, full disclosure, I've got a lot. Yeah. Gentlemen, your mistakes are beginning to distress me. I told you to take the equipment and leave the research team alive. Perhaps you don't know the difference between life and death? If you cock this up again, I'll be happy to demonstrate the distinction for you in detail. Service. Ooh. Oh, hi, look. Bad guys. There was something I was going to tell you. Oh. Yeah. I think, and again, right, I really enjoy, I can enjoy some arena business. Like, I really can. So it's not like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's the system, I don't know. But there were some really brilliant episodes that I really enjoyed. Yeah. But in the end, I think part of it has to do with the fact that that's a lot of television well, it's not television. It's the computer, but it's a lot of it. You know what I mean? It's a I suppose that's true. Yeah, I will just say it's a lot of media because I mean at this point in time I'm watching streams Wednesdays and Thursdays and Tuesdays. That is interesting. I am interested. Ooh, what was that? Let's see if we can find some. Ooh. Only 10 minutes. Will we find all of the shards? Because as it turns out, there are more shards to get. Oop, there's one. And any more? And one more. Alright, alright. Yeah, look at that. Shards everywhere. Oh, hey, look, there's a rift. Let's head that way and deal with that a little bit. Why don't we? I feel like we can do that. Maybe we will find something interesting. Apparently tonight is going to be a huge episode, so curious to see what they have in store. What do you mean by a huge episode? What will make it huge? What is happening? Oh, look, a rift. Oh, an interesting space, like some kind of old fort, maybe? So that's exciting. Can I just get this thing that I want? I cannot. I'm blocked. So I have to go this way. Wraith, Rage Demon. Rage Demon. And let's just have her run over there. I've been saying it's going to be a Oh. Huh. I wonder what is going to make it a can't miss episode. I'm very interested in that. But I'm not going to watch it. Because it's not like I have all the time in the world, you know? I think that's the thing in the end, right? Like, oh, stop that. I've got, Wait. Stop that. Let me disrupt the rift. Oh. Yeah, they take a lot of time. And, I've got a lot of streams, as it turns out. That's a lot of hours of television. And I will tell you, like, full disclosure. Oh, hi. I've got other I've got, like, TV shows that I have not, that I'm super behind on, that I've not watched in a really long time, and that's awkward. Like I'm really behind on Arrow and also Flash. Like it's just yeah. This is what I'm trying to say. Let's close this rift. Yeah, what is TV? And it's all on my TiVo, right? It's all sitting on my TiVo, and oh, Venatori killed with Dorian. Excellent. Yeah. So all I'm saying is that I have what am I looking for? Right. So, I mean, the amount of media, and of course, me personally, I've got to go and do all of this. Like, I need to spend a lot of my free time writing, and not doing things that I want to do. So, I'm super behind on my television. What is this? Grey Whiskey, Right Wine, Conscription Ale. A bottle marked Vintage Warden Jaren, smash with When Dead. Uh, uh, I really would love to sort of be able to, ooh, what do we have here? I would really love to be able to sort of get caught up on the things that I want to get caught up on. That would be great. But I am not caught up on the things I need. Too much stuff. Time is hard. Time is hard. So, let's see. Apparently, apathy really sucks in that regard. Oh, apathy. So, there are things here that I need to get that I do not have. Where are they?
Blasted sand. It's everywhere and gets in everything.
This is true. Sand is no fun. No bueno. Oop. Back. I think I have to climb up here. Oh, we only have a few minutes. I just want to get the stuff in this area and then we can go. Let's see. Yeah, I just want to go and... Like, there's just too much TV I'm not caught up on. Ooh.
I think Blackwall would have liked to have been here for this.
So here's the thing. I feel like whenever they say that, I feel like that's a hint that maybe I should have had Blackwall in my party. But it's fine. It's okay. You know, he will survive. I think. Not having been there for it. That's all. Alright, let's go up here. I think this is the way. Okay. Here we go. Shard. Loot. So, there was, oh, hey, y'all who've been watching, oops, pardon me. Y'all who've been watching, I know you can tell me this. I know there was a big fallout, right? There was a big fallout, oops. Corafi, I think, basically broke up with her dad. Is this right? There was some sort of serious break. So where are they at right now? This is DFA we're talking about, by the way. Like, I know that that's what I heard. I heard that Corafi and her dad had a really big falling out, and I'm just wondering what happened and what is the current situation. I am curious. So I would love to know if anybody would tell me. Like, what happened? And I mean, like, I know her, like, and I know her dad was, like, hadn't been drinking for a while, the Lord Commander. And so, like, what is the deal? Quest map. Well, it is 9. I think we should actually go. I think we should head back to, because we can come back and hit those things, right, and then come back up through. But I think we should end for today, because I think this is our time. So let's head back to Skyhold. Okay. Yeah, so I want to know what happened. That's what I want to know. There are political lines being drawn between the Emperor and Rama, who is spoilers. I don't know who Rama is. Huh. Okay, so Corafi ended up being on a different political line than her dad, I suppose? Are the Marauders still together? I want to find out, but I need to finish editing an article. And I need to finish editing that article tonight. Oh, yeah. That sort of sucks. That's unfortunate. Yeah, no, I need to. I spent like a little bit of time earlier today editing this article, and I need to finish editing it so that I can. Um, it's hard to say if they really are. Yeah. Jackal got his hands cut off? Who cut off his hands? Who did that? I mean, it's super rude. My pleasure. It was really wonderful having you here, Remshin. You're great. You are great company, and I appreciate all the conversations we have. Even when you're lurking, I appreciate that you're here. Oh. Wow. Okay. Well then. My. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and, you know, he went kind of nutso. Oh. Well, sometimes he does go nutso. That's a thing about him. We've got some... Oh, we got a... That's cool. We got a trophy. We're going to get this judge's favor. Inquisitor, Judge Ald has signed the papers we need to present the Du Paraquets as nobility again. There's now only one step left. A royal minister must ratify them. Please come see me when you have a chance. The judge passes on his compliments, by the way. Apparently the hunt was a marvelous bit of sport, and our soldiers acquitted themselves bravely against something called a screaming man-eater. The infirmary reassure me the injured will make full recovery. Well, I do like political intrigue. I am not. Here's what I'm going to tell you. I am not going to assign. I'm not going to assign anybody anything. Well, actually, let's just grab resources since we can do it. Empress de Leon resources. That's great. We'll send him off. And then we have more resources over here. Where are we? Investigate the shards. We'll get resources over there. It's great. So, back. And, my friends, we are done. So this is it. I am going to go and try to figure out, make a logic table and try to figure out who that traitor is, so that when next we talk, we can do it. So that's my homework, is to figure out who the traitor is. I want to thank you all for being here. You are all the best battle buddies, and hopefully we will go to 50 followers. So if anybody here is not following me, please do. And if we get to 50, maybe we can become an affiliate. That sounds fun. And I will see you all in terms of streaming next Thursday when we finish Orwell. And then I will see everybody otherwise out and about, either on Hyper RPG's Twitch channel, or Random Tuesdays Twitch channel, or Hyper RPG's Twitch channel, or Muppet Aphrodite's Twitch channel, or Drunkly Romantic's Twitch channel. There are a lot of Twitch channels where I will be, and also their Discords. So everybody, have a great night. Have a great weekend. I'm going to be seeing a bunch of final paper presentations tomorrow. So, everybody take care. I will see you all on the Discord, all of the Discords. Take care, everybody. Good night.